It's a trap!
Okay, so whenever we get on the topic of the best Spider-Man game out there, a lot of choices might come to mind on this topic. Hell, there are so many video games based off of the wall crawler that you can make a top 20 list if possible. From Maximum Carnage to Spider-Man on the PS1, from Spider-Man 2 to Edge of Time, and hell, if you want, you can make a top 10 about Insomniac's take on the character and how badass it was, as well as the overly long Miles Morales DLC. Just like the Dark Knight, the Spidey train is not stopping anytime with these games, and just like Batman, there's always a few good ones in the sea of really shitty ones. But hey, did you know that there was once an awesome Spidey game that you could play on your mobile device anywhere and anytime on the go? Impossible, you say? Unheard of, you're thinking. I'm hungry for that crunchy chalupa. Wait. No, sorry. That was my list of food to eat today. Sorry.
I'm hungry!
Anyway, as we all know, endless runners are one of those popular genres of gaming that ever existed on a mobile phone whenever we get bored. Ever since the creation of a certain runner, I'm pretty sure you heard of it, it's called Temple Run. The genre exploded and became one of the most popular money-making cash cows since Minecraft. Hell, the most popular I think to this day is Subway Surf. And I know what you might be thinking, Kent, what does Endless Runners have to do with Spider-Man? Well, I'm glad you didn't ask. Before we get into the game in question, let me first turn your attention to a little known gaming company that is known as Gameloft. Now, more likely than not, you've never heard of these guys before, and it's fine if you don't. They're mainly responsible for developing mobile games of different varieties and different franchises. For example, they made a mobile version of the masterpiece that is Shrek Forever After, or even one based on the Sonic series called Sonic Runners, which is basically Sonic Dash as a side-scroller.
得意なキャラクターでステージ突破!
Yeah, thrilling. And let's not forget the unforgettable, the undeniable, and the unmistakable Sexy Poker 09. Yeah, now you can see why they're not so well known. And I can go on and on about their library of mobile games, but you already know they're just a quick cash grab for kids who don't even know any better, or even adults for that matter.
Now that is irony!
However, something amazing happened in the year of 2014. Gameloft made an announcement that they were partnering up with Marvel, yes, billion-dollar cinematic universe and comic selling asses over here, to make a new game for the fans. Sure, it would be another Endless Runner, but it was gonna be something amazing, something spectacular, something that transcends dimensions. Woo! Sorry. So after all of this was said and done, the game was released, and it was released to a reaction from the audience of a... Yeah, so not everybody was thrilled to have another Endless Runner, even if it was a Spidey game where you get to play as your favorite wall crawler. But hey, little did we all know that there was more to this game than meets the eye. Now, the story of this game is just as basic as you would think it is. Spidey sits on top of a rooftop until the Green Goblin comes flying by, at which Spidey decides to give chase, and this is where the game sets up the tutorial so you'll know how to play the game. And it's basically the same as any other Endless Runner. You swipe left and right to move Spidey left or right, you swipe up to jump, down to slide, and probably the best thing to ever put in a runner, the web slinging, which you can do by holding down on the screen with your finger. And the combat is just as simple as what you can get out of most boss fights by swiping up and down to knock items into the enemy until their meter goes down. And once the bad guys lose their health, Spidey will automatically web zip up to them, prompting you to continuously tap the screen for Spidey's epic combo boosting beatdowns up in here. And congrats! You know how to play the basics of the game. Too bad you'll never play the game ever again.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out.
So after you were done with the tutorial and you're pretty much caught up with the story, a cutscene plays out and you'll quickly notice that the Green Goblin is looking a little bit more and more like a golden chrome dildo nowadays. Weirder than that, he starts talking about the fact that he's been fighting different Spideys in every other dimension, and every single one of them has been telling the same joke over and over and over again. But before Spidey can get any more info out of him and try to figure out what the hell he's talking about, he gets blasted off of a roof where he lands face first in the presence of the great Nick Fury, director of S.H.I.E.L.D. So Fury tells Spidey that the Sinister Six have been using these materials known as ISO-8s to go dimension hopping to recruit different alterations of themselves to destroy every single different Spider-Man that has existed in every single different dimension. So now it's up to Spidey to recruit his own army of Spider-Men to take down the Sinister Six, and that's where the premise for collecting different Spider-Men as well as playing this game comes from. And good God almighty, was it awesome. This was literally the main selling point of the game itself and what also promoted the Spider-Verse storyline of the comics that came out around the same time. The concept of collecting different Spider-Men and Spider-Women with different abilities was a really fun concept indeed, especially with different events, daily challenges, and even MCU events made every Spider fan like me come back to this game over and over and over again to see what Spidey we can get. Hell, you can even use weaker and less rare Spider-Man to upgrade your others and more stronger Spider-Man, or to increase their range just so you can make the daily challenges and missions a whole lot easier and a lot more rewarding too. Like seriously, I can remember playing this game from hours on end in the summer of 2015, and I was playing this game and nothing else on my phone. Hell, I even downloaded Marvel's Contest of Champions, another popular Marvel game that was making them a lot of bank, and I was playing Spider-Man more than that. Yes, I was playing an endless runner more than I was playing a fighting game. Let that sink in. So yeah, I was deep into the game, like deeper than Charles Manson's psychological screening. So obviously the game was fun as all hell and it cultivated a strong following. So then it begs the question, what the hell happened to this game? Like, it became one of the most popular things to ever hit everybody's phones, and it was making Gameloft a lot of money. If it was that popular and it got a lot of people to play it, what the hell happened? Where did it go? Why isn't it in the App Store anymore? Why can't I play it anymore? And why do I feel sad as I make this video? All these questions, they sadden me. Well, this is where the story takes a really sad turn for me. Because back in December of 2018, around the time when a certain film was released, Gameloft had made an announcement that after the 4 years of web slinging and bad guy bashing fun, it was going to be shutting down as of March of 2019. The reason why? Hell if I know. I have no freaking idea. Seriously, no idea at all. This was the part that left me the most puzzling. I tried doing as much research as I could to find any answers or any information that would explain this, because this game was literally making Gameloft some bang, and they just out of nowhere just pulled the plug on it, and it was making no sense to me. Like, what the hell? Not to mention, news of this shutdown came out on the same month that Into the Spider-Verse hit the theaters. Coincidence, you may be wondering?
Of course!
So yeah, I kept doing some research, I kept looking for answers, and the only answers I managed to find were just speculations of the reasoning of the shutdown from this article from cinemablend.com, which states here, while it's easy to argue Gameloft should simply rebrand the game to capitalize on Spider-Verse, which would be a good damn idea, I'm not gonna lie, things are rarely that straightforward. Maybe their contract is running out and the property is simply too expensive to continue working with, which also makes sense. Maybe they've simply run out of ideas to keep the game's plot and unlocks moving forward. Again, makes a lot of sense to me. Either way, if it's a game you played a lot over the years, be sure to get in some extra time with Spider-Man Unlimited before it disappears for good. So yeah, as was stated in December, the game had shut down on March 31st, 2019. No new updates, no new content, and no more Spidey running.
All around me are familiar.
But here was something surprising that I actually found out. Apparently during my research, I learned that it was possible to play the game on Google Play via Google devices. I don't know how true that was, but considering the fact that the game hasn't been updated in over 2 years now, you have as much chance of playing the game on an LED alarm clock running on a toaster while running on the mystic unknown that is Kenny G. Or just do what I do and just go to the local Dave & Buster's and play the arcade that they got set up. Although you may not collect Spider-Man, you'll get some sweet tickets out of that shit. And as much as I miss Spider-Man Unlimited, and now I'm sad that I won't be able to play it ever again, it will always have a special place in my heart for being such a fun game. And here's to hoping that Marvel brings it back. No, seriously, Marvel, I don't care how much money you have to put into it. Please, bring this game back. Please, I need more Spidey running on my phone. Please. Please. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for this video. I just wanted to rant a little bit because I feel like not a lot of people remember this game, and I feel like if we can get enough people to actually talk about this, maybe, just maybe, Marvel would pretty much have a change of heart and they'll bring the game back. Whatever will get me to play my favorite Spidey game, I'm all for it. But whatever, what do you guys think about it? Are there any good memories that you have of Spider-Man Unlimited? Leave it down in the comments below. I would love to hear them. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for this video. I'm KRAZYKent, and I'm out of this bitch. Peace.